Alright, so this is the 2023 regulations. It is March 29th or something like that, so we're not quite to the effective April 1st, 2024 regulations. And you can see here too, brown trout, rainbow trout, splake, and lakes and ponds. All year, no minimum length, 5 with only 2 longer than 12 inches. So I'm gonna keep this right here with me in case anybody comes in here and tries giving me a hard time saying that I'm fishing for trout before the season opens. I have a feeling if people knew that new regulation, this place would have a lot more people right now, because you're gonna see here, these stock trout are in here, they're easy to catch, and on opening day, this will be just packed with people. But today, it's just me. Whoop, that went under good that time. There we go. All right, what do we got? It's a trout. And it looks like a rainbow. You are a rainbow and not a brook trout. Cool. That means we're allowed to fish here. I don't think that the locals have gotten the memo, because this pond will be shoulder to shoulder on opening day. And I mean, you're allowed to keep it and everything according to those regulations that I just read. So, all right. This is a very stupid place to be fishing, but I've only got an hour to fish. So, you know what, why not fish here and have some fun? Catch some stockies for an hour. The other fun thing about this pond, even though it's mainly just a stock trout pond, the locals here do dump things in here sometimes, which you're not supposed to do. I don't encourage that. But over the years, people have dumped big bass in here, pike, carp, catfish, you name it. You never know what you're gonna catch in a pond in the middle of a town like this. And sometimes the fish hatchery throws some breeders in here too. The fish hatcheries, oh, I missed that one. The fish hatchery's right down the road from here, and so this is just a convenient place for them to throw some brood stock if they have some extras at the end of the season. So whoa. He's off. There we go. Uh-oh. Tangle on the top of my line. There we go, I'm untangled. Oh, that was a bigger one. Just having a hard time keeping them pinned here. They're biting kind of light. Put on a new spike. That one was a much bigger one. All right, show you what we're using here today. It's the trout magnet tipped with a spike magnet. And you'll see this is pretty darn easy fishing. Pretty much biting right away. Every once in a while, if I'm not getting an immediate bite, I'll give it a little bump, give it some attractant. All right, well, I got all these minnows, which are now very dead, as you can see. Some of them are fresher than others, so we're gonna play the game of throwing some minnows on the center pin. I'm sure if I cast a little spoon or spinner out there, whoop, now I got a bite on this pole. Bring in that fish first. This might not be a trout. I think this might be a bluegill. Alrighty, well, that's something different. A little bluegill. See, it's not just trout that are in here. Oh, see you, buddy. Alrighty. There we go. Dead minnows are doing something. Alright, buddy, go on. These are rubber studded, so we're good. I'm getting tons of bites from these constant little panfish. This pond's loaded with little panfish nowadays, so that try and generate some trout. Let's play around, see if we can get anything to hit the spoon here. Here we go. Oh, he came off. My drag's a little bit too loose, I think. That was a big trout. That might have been one of the breeders. Yikes. I think peeled drag. That was not a small trout. Let's Slow roll. There we go. That one's not a big one. It's not small, but I think that is the biggest of the day. My net's over here. I mean, that one we missed was in a different caliber. I think we had a breeder hooked. Alright, I think we're gonna retire the bobber poles for a minute and just cast with this. Let's get this fish off the line here first, Zoe. Alright, for the last 20 minutes here, I think we're going to transition to just fishing with the spoon. I think we can cover more ground and single out the trout that way. Usually, I don't do as well in this pond with spoons and spinners, because normally that's like what everybody throws, but I'm definitely the first one fishing for them. Again, I don't think the general public's gotten the memo that lakes and ponds are open year-round now. You used to not be allowed to fish this pond until opening day. So hoping to catch that one that I missed was definitely in a different caliber. This one's not bad, but these aren't bad, but I think that one I missed was a breeder. Is this a brownie? I think it's our first brownie of the day. It's definitely a brownie. Whoa. It's a brownie. Okay, that one's not bad. You're completely within my rights to keep them here, too. I'm going to work, so I'm not going to keep them, but this might be one of two over 12 inches, so it's definitely our biggest of the day so far. Whoops, look at that, he just popped off. Get off there. Popped out of the mouth and then into the fin. Alrighty. I'm going to get a story release of this one. First brownie of the day. First brownie of the day. Oh, there he goes. But I always find a way to keep you right here waiting. Alrighty. Another little brownie. Little brownie. Thinking that they only stock bigger browns in here, but I guess I'm wrong. Browns and bows must be what's in here today. Whoa. That one's a tiny one, but hey, fish is a fish. They got, it's interesting, there's quite the variety of size that they put in here. I mean, that one that we missed was huge. A couple of the ones we caught were very decent size, and then a couple of the ones we caught are, like this one, are quite small. So, they're kind of all over the board. We had decent, very big, and very small. Alright, well, we're going to take our final cast of the day here and call it quits. It was fun to, come out and do something a little different. I know it's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel in here. I say that, and it was actually a little bit slower than I expected today. We caught a few fish and definitely had our spurts of action, but considering nobody else, I think, had touched this since it's been stocked, I thought it was going to be really stupid, the amount of fish we were going to catch. But we caught a few. It was a freezing cold, windy day here in western New York. I think the cold temperatures have the fish a little lethargic in here yet, and it would have been miserable going anywhere else. Stopped for an hour on the way to work and had some fun with some stock trout. Got a few bluegills as well. I had fun. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next adventure.